Welcome to Tennis Spin, where we put our spin on your tennis. Today, I got a Volkl racket for you. New line, Vostra, in the V9. 305. Stay tuned. Hey guys, do you need help organizing your tennis life? Well, think Go. We got the Axiom line here, the 9-pack duffel, my favorite bag, the 9-pack Axiom 2.0. They even make a 12-pack if you're going on tour. And my favorite backpack of all time. I love that bag. So if you want to organize your tennis life, think Go. All right, so Volkl's got a new line out. It's called Vostra, and supposedly Vostra is going to give you better feel, better, as they call it, cupping, which is kind of, you know how when the ball impacts your string, it pulls back and then it shoots out? We call it dwell time, we call it pocketing, they call it cupping. They also call it better loading. So it absorbs the load of the ball and then shoots it out of there. Now, V9 usually means that this racket's going to be flexible because they go from 1 to 9. The higher the number, the more flexible the racket. I'm very familiar with a 10 because I played with it like a C10, and we're talking like 30 years ago. I remember when they came out with the V-Engine V9, in which they had this shape right here. So when they extend this throat down to here, these mains get longer. Well, what does longer mains mean, especially in the center of the racket? More power. More movement potential. Now, let's take a look at the numbers on this V9. And they sold a lot of these back in the day. I was actually really surprised. So they were very popular. Vostra V9, 305 unstrung, okay? So strung weight is 323. The balance is 330, which is 4 points head light. Swing weight is 316. 65 on that RA, so pretty flexible. Got a good amount of mass coming through, but it'll still come through fairly quickly, okay? And this means I'm thinking it's going to be pretty stable. Now let's take a look at that beam. We got 21 on the top, 23, 21 back in the throat. That 23 is definitely going to help with a little bit of power. 16, 19 on that string pattern. I was expecting this to be 98 square inch head. It's a 100. So this brings me back to V-Engine, the way it's shaped. Hopefully with the new Vostra, it's going to give me a little bit of feel because, you know, Volkl's known for their dampening properties because of the, dampener in here. But let's see how the feel is. Let's see how the power is. Let's see how the control is, since we are on V9. All right, see you on the court. All right, so we just got off the court. Vostra V9 305.
Interesting shape.
Right?
Yep.
They made Volkl great again.
Yes, they did.
Like making America great again. But
you want the hat?
Like that? No, man. I'm just talking, whatever. But original shape, which I loved back in the day. You're too young to know, and
I was never born.
I know.
Hey.
I know. Wow. Okay. Before I talk about my history with Volkl and this shape, I'm gonna let you talk first and give me your opinion of how that played.
First of all, it felt really good to me. I mean, this is probably the first, maybe second Volkl I tried. I think I tried a Volkl with you, maybe off camera, on camera, I don't remember.
Yeah, it was a 10 a couple years ago.
Yeah, but that one felt really muted. It didn't feel like it was a complete racket, and it was just like, okay, I'm hitting pretty much like a pillow at this point. This one is quite the opposite. This is definitely great feel. This one had a little more flex, and which I personally love because I do love a little more control, a little more plow into my shots. I think it's a well 305, well made, great feel, good pop, and also I would say really reminds me of the blade of Wilson. It almost has the sweet spot of Wilson, a blade, and then it has the precision of a pro staff. So it's basically what I like to call a playable version of a pro staff in this racket. And the sweet spot is bigger. So definitely will recommend players that loves the blade or in the strike family or any in those families, or you're looking for a 305 this is, I believe, a 98 too. This is a great contender. The shape is a little awkward in my opinion, but don't let it fool you. It actually is a very good racket. Yep.
So I'm used to this. They've had this shape for probably 15, 20 years going. I think it started with a V-Engine. I absolutely am shocked by this racket right now. It played so freaking well. It plowed through, and when it struck, I was expecting it to flex more, but it flexed just enough and then launched the ball back. I am so shocked at how well this played. Everything was very stable. I would say it's slightly more on the powerful side than a blade and more powerful than a pro staff. It had great feel. The muted feel is gone.
It's all feel.
Yeah, and the flex is perfect. It was easy to impart spin on it, and it was easy to actually get touch on it. It's a great all-around racket. I am literally shocked, and there's not enough great words that I can describe this racket with, and I don't say that about a lot of rackets. When you launched a lot of hard ones at me, I was actually able to rear back and actually get them back to you with this one. They actually had good head speed too.
Good job, bud.
I know, it was tough. But yeah, no, great racket, guys. If you're in the market for, like what he said, like a blade-ish, strike-ish,
pro staff.
What's Prestige. That head one? Prestige.
Yeah.
What's the one above the Prestige that Jerry plays with?
Gravity,
yes. Like in that family, this would, I don't want to say this is better than those, but it's definitely a contender to be better than those. Like I said, like what Goose said, don't let this shape fool you. There's a reason why it's this shape. Right? It does its job, and it does it very, very well. All right? Coach Goo, definitely college level, pro level type racket right
definitely.
Here. Yeah. Would you play with that?
I like my whiteout more.
Okay. Yeah. If I had to choose a racket and I was like 20 years younger, definitely be in the ballpark for me.
Perfect.
Coach Goo, thank you for testing out the Vostra V9 from Volkl with me today.
Of course.
Where can they find you?
You can find me at ag.tennis. I'll be posting content there as well.
All right. Guys, thank you for watching Tennis Spin, where we put our spin on your tennis.